One other thing from me, and then we're going to some audience stuff. I just don't understand this. But I think it's just a creepy thing, and I think it's weird that people do it. US rapper, actor, and TV host T.I. or T has prompted revulsion after he revealed that he accompanies his 18-year-old daughter, Deja Harris, to a gynecological exam each year to check her hymen, to make sure she's still a virgin. Every year. It's insane, right?
Wow.
Well, number one, again, this is where context matters. If you take your daughter to see a gynecologist every year, that could be a beautiful, amazing health promotion thing.
Yeah.
If you're just looking to get her regular health checks and all that kind of stuff.
Wait in the waiting room.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't check her hymen, but he makes sure the doctor knows that I'm here so you can check her hymen.
That is
possessive, crazy.
God.
Untrusting as well. Just trust your
but
fucking
also,
daughter.
like,
and who cares?
How old is she?
18. Yeah, doesn't matter. Who cares? But again, weird people. A practice condemned as humiliating and traumatic by the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization is accused.
They've weighed in on this.
But I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying that he should take the hint that this is a pretty widely agreed upon bad thing to be doing.
Jesus Christ.
The rapper is a major celebrity in the US. I've never heard of him, but I think I saw... He was in Ant-Man. I don't know as what, but he was in Ant-Man. And he's currently appearing alongside Cardiff and Chance the Rapper. Sorry, that was I'm getting... Kids today! You seen the Cardiffs and the Justin Biebers. Asked on the... this is what I liked about it. He revealed it on a podcast. Asked on the Ladies Like Us podcast about sex education for his children, he said, not only have we had the conversation, we have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen. Yes, I go with her. I will say, as of her 18th birthday, her hymen is still intact.
Jesus Christ. What did they say? Because is that like a pro-woman podcast?
Ladies
Please
Like
tell me
Us.
they went off
I'm assuming. No, I think... I don't think they ran into him.
Just put on that fucking shit-eating American talk show host grin. Just like, all right then. And now, Cardiff.
Yes, I go with her. Like, I'm a good dad. I take my daughter and check out her hymen every year. He did acknowledge what happens when he's there. As
though he's being the good dad and buying her tampons or something.
Yeah, he's breaking down barriers and he's being supportive.
You're a barrier. You're a massive barrier.
The pressure.
That should be your rap name.
Pressure.
Barrier.
The pressure of it, and it never works. That's the thing. I think the more you give, obviously, people need structure.
But how long do you keep that up? How long before before his daughter has some kind of agency over her vagina?
With her, or some kind of privacy with her gynecologist.
How can you? What kind of idiot do you have to be to not see that that's going to cause some fucked up problems for your relationship? If not now, then later on down the line.
Trust issues as well. I mean, just trust that I'm not having sex, Dad.
Yeah.
No, I need a doctor's note.
Yeah.
Jesus. But again, from one context, you can see it as he's being supportive, and there should be no stigma around going to the gynecologist.
But
the way that
fine.
he's talking about it, you go, I don't think that's what he's thinking.
That side of it's fine. Like if you're taking her to a clinic, if you're like taking her to have problems solved, or just for like routine health checks or something like that. But that feels controlling. It is controlling. If that's if that word for word is what it is. Then
the closing statement from him is, he says, so then they come and say, well, I just want you to know that there are other ways besides sex that the hymen can be broken. This is the doctor telling him, like bike riding, athletics, horse riding, and just, generic athletic physical activity.
So he doesn't let her ride bikes or horses or have any kind of activity.
He replies, look, Doc, she don't ride no horses. She don't ride no bike, and she don't play no sports. Just check the hymen, please, and give me back my results expeditiously. That's how it's written.
Lord. Oh.
Look, Doc, just check the hymen, please.
Oh, God.
Well, he's just passing on his PTSD. That's all it is. He's just passing on all the emotion he has no idea how to deal with.
Yeah.
He's a creative person. I thought maybe he wouldn't. But yeah, it's fair enough. Okay. On to some audience participation. Vice is showcasing the fetish of formicophilia, which is where people incorporate insects into their sex lives.
Living insects?
Yeah.
I suppose dead ones is no better, but living... like...
Well, again, this is what I mean about opinion. People having their opinions, right?
Okay.
Because I'd argue insects are quite a clear societally seen but different by society as animals.
Yeah.
If people were fucking chickens, there would be a different attitude around this thing where it's like it's cruel.
Yeah.
But if and this is like people playing with bugs, as one of the bug play participants explained, when I'm feeling insects crawling all over me, it creates the sensation that washes up and down my body. That's it, washing up and down your body. That's just pure pleasure, and feeling that closeness with these creatures makes me feel wonderful and loved inside. Now, because I find this stuff fascinating, I don't find it it's cringy. Just interested because I think that just at some point, a certain chain of events have occurred that now your brain is wired this way.
God.
Do you know what I mean?
I've got no fear or phobia of bugs in any way. Quite happy with them. Don't care. Like, it's all fine. But not all over me while naked with my partner.
I think one of the things they said that I didn't put in is there would be men who would insert worms into their urethras.
Well, just leave it in the ground. Just it's digging around. It's all right. It doesn't need to be up your dick.
But yeah, I don't care whether people do this or not. I'll just be like, okay. Like I say, if it was animals, I think it'd be different for me. I'd just be like, well, we assume that an animal has some form of a soul more so than a worm.
An insect. Yeah, I can understand that.
There's a clear distinction there. I'm not saying one's right and one's wrong, but I'm saying that socially there's a difference between the two.
I think there's
because we see it as the insects as we're going to put them in our burgers and that'll solve a lot of problems. I think you go, if there's what are the bestiality people, if they were fucking worms instead of goats, I'd see that as an improvement.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it's just there's a certain point where a creature gets to a point of simplicity where we're like, that thing doesn't really matter to me anymore.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd feel sorry for amoebas.
Yeah, or like wind.
Yeah. You couldn't eat anything because everything's got bacteria on it, and bacteria are alive. What about the bacteria? And you get people protesting.
We just structure our own hierarchical structures about the importance of things around us. Yeah. And insects are just down there. So I just go like, whatever. But this was the thing that Crowder went off on. And I've got, I quite like his change my mind stuff and all that kind of stuff. So there's no dig on Stephen Crowder, but it was weird. I think I just haven't read blogs before. And this felt very bloggy because I'm tempted to try and do some bloggy type stuff just as a practice for writing.
Yeah.
And reading his stuff, like he went off about how we're trying to normalize this kind of behavior by presenting it as normal.
Yeah.
And that's due to the cheapening of marriage by allowing gays to marry. Because once you allow one group, one thing that isn't in the Bible, once you normalize one thing, it leads to the normalization of another, and sexual normalization has gone too far. And I don't care about any of that. I don't care about that opinion about what you think should have happened. It's boring to me.
Yeah.
I just don't care about opinions anymore. I'm just like, No, just this is a thing that happens. I'm fascinated why these people and how these people got this way. Because I think my belief is anybody could be that person. You just need to have the certain set of circumstance, certain experiences that will lead you down a path.
Yeah.
And eventually your brain will rationalize itself to survive, and certain things will be justified.
Yeah.
Same way anyone could be a murderer in cold blood. It's just, well, just if A, B, C, and D happen to you, you're more likely to do that. And if you're not, then E, F, G, H will, and then that will,
Yeah.
We're just the sum of all of our experiences. So these people aren't born evil in your mind, It's just like... And I think it's something as simple as just... I've always said, I think I can remember a point where I felt my hormones activate. And the girl that I was playing around with, playing Kiss Chase or whatever, that was imprinted in my mind, and that is the type of girl that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be that person at that time.
Yeah.
And maybe the other person was playing Earthworm Jim and just, this insect thing. Or, I think there was a girl went on a date with a while ago, and we were talking about this kind of stuff. And she said she remembers a similar thing. She came in to a room where someone was watching a film, and there was a film about somebody being humiliated and covered in, I think it was custard or whatever, and they were shameful, and she had the same reaction of like her hormones kind of activated, and so she, for whatever reason, found that very sexy. So I think just this, at some point, just the big finger of hormones just goes, this is who you are now. You're like, fuck. So I've simplified. I'm fascinated by it, but yeah, people just want to rip into it. I mean, the article that I got it from is Summit News, I think.
Right.
Summit.news, and that feels very opinionated, a lot of the other articles. They said, Vice hasn't published something this sick since they literally let a paedophile portray himself as the victim. Now, I read that as he did it in like a police reenactment. Right. As in, like, he played both himself and the victim. But sadly, it was just him saying that paedophilia is a disease, and he is a victim of this disease. Right. So normalising paedophilia is another thing that Vice has been accused of. Again, opinion. I don't care. The world is a terrible place. The world on the whole is a terrible place. Our job as individuals is to find a small plot of land and grow rabbits. Whatever the of mice and men quote is. Live off the fat of the land. That's of mice and men. Live off the fat of the land. And then it's getting shot in the back of the head. Just strangling women you find in baths. School. And he finishes the article by saying, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why the terrorists hate us. Again, another opinion I don't give a fuck about.